Hello, everybody. Sorry about the delay on this. Uh, there's always these little technical issues that start out. So it's kind of funny. Here we are with the feeling helpless topic. And I get to start out by feeling helpless on actually getting out to you guys. so, yeah, what happened was I needed to adjust my webcam permission, and that was the problem. So I've been working on this for 20 minutes now, and I finally got it figured out. So anyway, for those of you who are still here, um, thank you for showing up, and for those of you who are just going to catch me on the replay, that's fine too. But thank you so much for coming. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cynthia Clark, and I am a ascension intuitive. I also do palmistry and tarot. And I want to talk a little bit today about feeling helpless and what can we do about it. So we're actually going to take a look at the hands, and we're also going to take a look at uh, different ways that we can overcome this challenge. So, um, let me just get a little bit adjusted. And I also wanted to bring in my uh, puppy. Well, actually, he's doing pretty well right now. So we'll just keep going. So, feeling helpless actually does show up in the hands. It's one of the most common life lessons in the hands. I would call it either a left Jupiter lesson or a right Jupiter lesson. So your Jupiter finger is located as your index finger. Okay, so your index finger is divided into three phalanges. So the upper one is called your zone of ideals, your middle one is called your zone of ambition, and your lower one is called your zone of boundaries. So if you have horizontal lines running through any of these sections, this is going to represent stress in your feeling helpless energy. Okay, so just take a look at your own hands and see if you have any of these horizontal lines that'll literally just block. Horizontal lines in the fingers are blockage energy. And if we look at the thumb, we also want to look at our zone of manifestation, which is the upper portion of the thumb. And this is going to be where we manifest what we want in our lives. So this is if you've got horizontal lines in your upper thumb, then you definitely have a blockage and probably feel helpless. Another thing that you want to look at is if you have yellow coloring in your hands. So if you look at your hands, ideally you have sort of like a neutral kind of pinkish color. But if it's going to show up as a yellow color, that's going to show worry or anxiety energy. And you can really tell when you pull the hand back and really like let the color come out that way. So just check for color, yellow. Um, Green would be even worse because that would show that you have a long-term stress in just holding anxiety in your energy field. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about um, a story about feeling helpless with my family. And I have a 16-year-old relative who has decided that she wants to become a boy. And when I first heard about this information, I was incredibly upset. And first of all, I feel like a 16-year-old is way too young to make these kinds of decisions. I mean, who knows anything when they're 16, right? And second of all, I really wanted to change something. I know that the suicide rate goes way up for people who go through this. I mean, it's like you know, it's so stressful. And it's not about judging, the situation. It's like honestly, people can make their own choices. We have free will. But when you're 16, you really need to have a little bit of protection. So I feel like if you're at that age and you're making a decision to really change your life, I feel like that's too young because that's going to impact you for a long time and it's going to really make you're just too young to make that decision. You don't know yourself at that age. So I went back and I took a look at this person's hands because I did have her handprints. And it turns out that she is a lover's archetype. So it's really important, by the way, to know your archetype because if you do understand your archetype, this forms by the time you're about 6 years old. So from the time you're born to the time you're 6 years old, everybody has these little earthy hands, and you're forming your personality. Okay, now your soul already has its own agenda. That's going to be located in your fingerprints, and you've already got that. 5 months before you're born is when your fingerprints form. So your soul has an agenda. You come in, I do believe you pick your parents. You pick everything, really. I mean, you decide what you're as a soul, you decide everything. You decide what you're gonna be working on. You decide what lessons you're gonna be working on. You decide, what kind of experiences you're gonna have. You decide where you're going to be born. You decide what family you're going to be working through. And so we come in and we forget this because we go through the veil of amnesia and we don't remember any of these things. So on a on a soul level, on a spiritual level, I understand this and I look at my relative and I know that she's going to be going through a lot of stuff and maybe she chose this before coming in. But on a practical level, she has this lover's archetype, which is really a balance between masculine and feminine energies. Now, this is my secondary archetype. I'm primarily a chariot, but I also have this as my secondary archetype. So I understand this to an extent. And when we think about masculine and feminine energies, we have this in all of us. It's just some are going to be more dominant and they can absolutely change throughout our lifetime, but we do choose what sex we are going to be when we come in as a soul. So we know exactly what we're doing when we come in. So I did a little meditation on this because I was so upset about it, and I just know it's going to be incredibly difficult for her. um, you know it's just not gonna be good. And I can laugh about it now, but I was really upset about it for a long time. And anyway, this is what my higher self told me. It said, "Steer clear of the storm that you don't need to be in. Everyone comes to Earth with their own karma and their own soul agenda. These directives are for the individual to navigate. My relative is not including you in her storm, for she does not know you or the value you may bring to her." So, a lot of people don't realize that hand analysis can really guide you in who you really are, and it reflects all different aspects of yourself. So it is okay for you to sit out the storm as an observer. So yeah, we see all these problems with people and we want to help them, right? We we want them to be we want them to be okay. We would prefer that they don't have to go through this storm, and collectively we're all going through this storm right now. So let go of any emotional attachments you have regarding your family's pathways. Okay, so this is a message for everybody. Sometimes we want to control other people, and it's something we just can't really do. So you are here to assist many others who need your calm reassurance. You are a guide, but only for those who come to you willingly. So again, we look at the free will aspect, and because we have free will, we can choose to listen or we can choose not to listen. So that's where this comes in. And so my relative is not in a position to do this, nor are her parents open to your aid. So that's very true. They don't ask me anything about anything, really. So hold the lantern for those able and willing to see. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm sorry I had trouble, starting up this live stream. um, it's always a work in progress figuring out all the technology. But I'll have a replay for those of you who weren't able to stick around. So anyway, so this is something for all of us to realize. I also have been having some dreams, but especially in the last week. I've been having dreams about showers and toilets and taking showers and cleaning toilets and just it's representing that spring cleaning energy, right? We're in the time of spring and we need to clean out our junk. And so last night's dream was actually there was like a cartoon image of a devil inside the shower, at the top of the shower, kind of looking down on the whole thing. But the water was running, and to me it felt like, okay, this is a very cleansing dream. It's really going to show us that we are in a cleansing period. I've also been seeing the number 911 in addition to my 717 that I see all the time. I've been seeing 911 over and over and over and over, for months and months and months now. And that, to me, at first I was like, okay, emergency, 911 emergency. And I also drove to Prescott the other day, and there was a house with an American flag, and it was upside down, and that's an indication of distress. So I do feel the energy of the distress that is definitely worldwide, and we need to address that. And we're going to work on healing that today. But it was the point I want to make is that we have the 911, which actually has a very positive connotation if you understand numerology. So the 9 represents humanity. It's one of the humanitarian numbers. And I've always lived in a 9 house, which is also interesting. I'm definitely connected with the 9 quite heavily, and it's also my attainment number in numerology. So it's a number I strive for. I strive to help humanity. And that also shows up in my astrology, because I've got my Venus in Aquarius. So my heart energy is to help humanity. Secondly, the 11, so ones represent new beginnings, and 11 represents enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment. And so to me, this represents humanity is waking up. So we are all waking up right now. We are waking up to the devil, which was in the dream, right? The devil. And we're cleansing that energy. And you can think of the devil as the lower vibrational energy, the old paradigm of third dimensional reality, because we are moving into a higher dimensional reality now. And so we need to focus more than ever on the aspects of ascension, because that is going to help actually push us into ascension more quickly. Okay, so this is something that I've been working on now for quite a while. So what are the aspects of ascension? We've got to be open to change. We've got to neutralize our karma. And yes, we all have karma, good and bad. You can't inhabit a physical body without that. We're all here to discover who we are. Discovery of self is very important, and it's our authentic self, which the hands, I feel, are one of the best ways to do that. We also have embodying the exalted self, so taking that aspect of who we are and elevating it to the highest level that it can be. We're here to learn our lessons, And we choose those lessons before we come in from the crystal city. We choose exactly what it is that we're doing. We've also got to embody higher states of love and bliss, which brings me to my little puppy who is now anxious to come and say hello. So I'm going to go grab him. I'll be right back. Okay, he's super excited right now. So he's been in his little playpen for a while. But here he is. This is Kona, and Kona really embodies that beautiful love energy. So accessing higher states of love, we need to tap into puppy energy. This little guy's only 4 months, and he's such a little cutie. He's also a bit of a troublemaker. Um, and then the last thing is, of course, co-creating with source. So once we evolve to a certain level, then it's natural for us just to become creators in this world. So I meditated on this word helpless today, and I was told to drop the LESS, drop the less, and that leaves help. Okay. And we're turning help into an acronym. This is something that pilots do all the time. You learn a million acronyms when you learn how to fly airplanes. And so I was told in my meditation to take the help, and each letter represents something new. So we have H, which is honored. I am honored. And as a soul, you are honored. You are always honored for your choices, for who you are. Yes, Kona is honored. He sees himself in the mirror. It's so cute. Okay, sweetie. I'm going to put him back in his playpen. And let's give him a little chicken treat if I remember where I put that. Here it is. Okay. So thank you. He's fun to take care of. So H is honored. E is enlightenment. So we are enlightenment. We embody light. We are light beings. We are light. Okay, so that's what enlightenment is all about. We are loved. L stands for loved. And the universe is really benevolent and it wants to help you. And you need to remember that. Okay, so I'm here to remind you. And we are protected. That's the P. So honored, enlightened, loved, and protected. So that's the energy I want to bring in for today. And I want you all to start thinking about that. I did bring in also 3 crystals that I want to share with you, and we'll do that in just a little bit. We're also going to do just a little healing meditation. So before we get into that, I did want to address the crypto market and the stock market because it has totally been tanking. I do hold a business degree too, by the way. So I have been studying business and finance and things like that for a really long time. And I am interested in, what's going on with the markets. I watch the markets. And my husband does as well. So we pulled some cards around, what's going on. And it looks like this is going to be, we're reaching the bottom, I feel like, this month. And then things are going to start to turn around, especially by July and August. That's what the cards have been telling us. And in particular, the Dow is going to be really tanking, and so is the S&P. But if you want to get into NASDAQ, that's going to be the most favorable. Also, I was looking at cryptos. I've been following crypto now for about 2 years or so, maybe 2.5 years. XRP is one that I follow quite closely, and it is definitely going to be. I had a dream about this too, by the way. I dreamed that it went all the way down to 1 penny before it took off. So it's sitting around 40 cents right now. So it might drop a little bit more. And so I actually look at it as a good buying opportunity for right now. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a spiritual advisor. And you do what you want. It's funny too. I never got into Bitcoin because Bitcoin, my guides always told me that to stay away from it because energetically I wasn't aligned with it. That doesn't mean that it can't be favorable for somebody else, but it's also sitting at a really low number right now for them. Was hovering around 30,000, which is it's really really low. It's down like, you know 80% or something. Um, so anyway, I if you're interested in any particular cards, um, I thought maybe I would just pull a card on, financial. Why don't we just pull a financial card right now and just see, what's going on? I brought my golden deck today, by the way, which is one of my favorite decks. And I also will have an announcement at the end of the live stream today regarding my own special announcement. So, okay, so here we go. We're pulling a card on just financial outlook. Okay, so inverted Four of Wands is the card coming up. So definitely in the short term, it is not looking good. Um, it really represents a delay in satisfaction. So this is a very positive card when it's upright. The Four of Wands, it's a spiritual card. So it is showing us that there will be turning around, but it's going to take some time. Okay, so timeline okay, could be 4 weeks to 4 months. Okay, so that would be the timeline on that. So if you're already in the stock market, I recommend that you just stay in because obviously everything is pretty much at its low right now. So if you get out, then you're realizing the loss. And that's definitely not what we want to do. So if you're in, just hold tight. But if you're not in, or if you can convert some things to, gold, for example, is looking favorable. I pulled a card on gold the other day and it was looking favorable. So this is where tarot can be really practical, and you can ask all kinds of just really practical questions. And the energy will come through to guide you. So it's a guidance tool. It's not there to tell you what to do, because remember, we don't want to take away our free will, but we do want to have that. Um, we do want to have that guidance from our higher self or from our guides or whoever we're calling in so that we can make better decisions in our lives. And the same goes with hand analysis. It's like knowing what your hands tell you, can really help you when you come across difficult decisions to make. So that's why I really encourage everybody to do that. So, by the way, I did recently update my membership. If you're interested, it's called the Blue Rose membership. I lowered the price to just 25 bucks a month. And I added a ton of value where every single week we get together and we get your questions answered. We also do a healing session like we're doing today. And we just help elevate your energy in all the different aspects of ascension so that you're ready to go and you can just make your life better, which is what I'm all about. And we need to stop with all of these distractions that are out there, and we need to really focus on our own personal pathway of ascension, because that's where we're at right now, and we have until 2029 is the timeline that I was told for the earth. So we don't really have that much more time to get there. So we really need to start buckling down and getting busy. So, with that said, I want to start some healing. And I'm going to be running my Trinfinity 8 program while we go through a little meditation. And I also have a beautiful crystal bowl that I'm going to be using here. And I'm going to show you the three crystals. I like to do crystal trinities because crystals really do like to work together. So I'm going to go grab that and we'll get started. All right. So the three crystals that I brought in today, and I'm going to show you, we have Imperial Topaz, which is kind of this beautiful gold color. This one helps to bring in optimism and confidence so that you can manifest your deepest desires. Okay. We also have Covalite, which is kind of this little black crystal. And it's got kind of these little sort of silvery specks that run through them. Covalite strengthens your etheric body. Okay. So it's definitely a grounding crystal and helps with your aura, just helping to strengthen your aura. And then lastly, I've got morganite, and I only had this available in a ring. So here's my morganite ring. It's a beautiful pink, kind of a pale pink color. And morganite balances, it balances the heart when it's overrun with intensity. So that's what this one is for. So of course that pink coloring makes sense that that's what that one does. So we're going to bring in the energy of these three crystals. And I've got my crystal bowl here, which is a lovely kind of purple and green. Okay. So we're going to play this. And I'm running also I turned on my Trinfinity 8 program too. So we're going to run a program here. So go ahead and relax. We're going to just settle in. And I want you to, we're going to do what's called the 3 intentful corrections. So we have posture is the first one. And I want you just to relax your posture. Notice anywhere that you might feel stressed and just relax that. We're also going to align the breath. That's the second one. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And finally, we want to calm the mind. Okay, we're bringing in help. I am honored. I am enlightened. I am loved. And I am protected. So feel that energy. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you just to go to the most beautiful, lush garden that you can imagine. There are beautiful flowers everywhere, and it smells amazing. And I want you just to go to that space right now. I want you to see this garden in all directions. So any direction you turn is all these beautiful flowers. It's green and full of vibrant colors. And there's a little patch of blue roses in this field. I want you just to notice them. Walk over to them and walk next to them and look at them. Smell their beautiful fragrance. And then we're going to take a look at the sky. Now, the sky is clear, but it's going to start raining. And it's going to be raining the violet flames. So imagine these little flames that are like raindrops, but they're actually little flames, the violet flames. This energy brings in the violet flame energy of Saint Germain, and it's cleansing and purifying everything around you. It's cleansing all the flowers. It's cleansing you. Also in this field, I want you to notice the 3 crystals that we just talked about. So notice in the field, you've got the beautiful imperial topaz with its bright yellow light. You've got covalite with its dark black and silver specks. And you've got morganite in its brilliant pale pink. Notice all of these around you. Now, I want you to imagine bringing in the blue rose energy right into your heart. Let it penetrate your heart. Let it heal with its beauty, its strength, with its power. Invite the blue rose into your heart. Next, we want to invite the imperial topaz to penetrate your energy field. Let it bring you confidence. Let it bring you energy to manifest your deepest desires. Bring in covalite, the black and silver energy. Let it protect you. Let it cleanse your auric field, your etheric body. Let it heal you from the outside in. Let it heal everything around you. Feel its intense and soft energy. Then allow the morganite to come into your field. Allow the morganite to penetrate your heart, to let it heal from within anything that you feel is too intense. Let it take away that helpless energy once and for all so that you may feel renewed and you may feel honored, enlightened, loved, and protected. Let yourself go. Feel the violet flames penetrating your skin, absorbing into your skin. Feel it moving into your heart energy. Let the violet flame ignite within your own heart. Let it move up, 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 up. Move into your eyes. Let it penetrate into your eyes, cleansing and purifying everything that you see so that you may see clearly all that is love, all that is light, all that is divine. Moving up, let it move up into your third eye. Let it penetrate your third eye. Let it open that third eye energy so you can see clearly your own Akashic records, your own library of infiniteness. Let yourself see it. Let yourself be open to it. What does the universe wish to teach you today? Take a moment to receive a message. What message do you hear? Move up. Let the violet flame energy move up to the crown. Move up to the top of your head. Let it cleanse your pineal gland. Let it cleanse your brain. Let it open up new neural pathways of light so that you may intake more information that you may not have been receiving prior to now. Let yourself be open to receiving that energy. Let yourself be open to the love of the divine and let it penetrate your crown into your heart. Let it go down, down, down into your heart. Let it penetrate all the cells in your cellular structure, all of your DNA, all of you. Let it encompass all of you. Feel yourself healed, whole, and renewed. Feel yourself complete. Feel yourself ready to expand into love, into light, into all that you are, into your infinite potential. And when you're ready, you can let yourself fall back into the void. Let it all go. Let it all dissipate. Come back into the room that you're in. Let yourself come back, come back, come back. Bring all of that pure healing energy back with you and allow yourself to be renewed. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. Feel that fresh, vibrant garden come back with you. Take a deep breath. Doesn't that feel good? Okay. I don't know about you, but I don't feel helpless anymore. Even though I had trouble starting the beginning of this live stream. That's all done now, and it's never going to happen again. So there we go. Okay. So on to my big announcement. So if any of you have been following me for a while, I've actually been doing readings and healings since 2008. So it's been quite a long time now. And I came out with my first deck of palmistry cards in 2012. So it's been 10 years since I have come out with a card deck. In 2017, I came out with my book, Stories in Your Hands. So it's been 5 years. I can't believe it's already been 5 years since my book came out. But it was definitely time for me to publish something new. And so I have been working for the last 5 months on a new card deck. It's called Palmistry Tarot. I'm really excited about it. It is currently at the shippers and the printers. So it's going to be a little while. Hopefully, early June is when it's going to be coming out. I will be taking pre orders here very soon, though. So I'm really excited about it. And I want to just let you know that it is a unique tarot deck, definitely one of its kind. I've never seen anything like it out there, but it combines a traditional 78 card deck, like the Golden Tarot, like the Rider Tarot, whatever tarot you want to think about, 78 cards, but it brings in palmistry to every single card, and I'm bringing in a crystal from my own collection into every single card as well. And I channeled a message from every single crystal. So it's really a neat deck that you'll be able to use in a lot of different ways. So I'm super excited that it is coming out. I want to give a special thanks to those who have helped me to complete it. Special thanks to my editor, Karen Connington, she's such a great editor. I'm so grateful for you, Karen. And I can't wait for you to see the deck. I'm also grateful to Kyle Pyrkowski. Thank you so much for helping me with the box design and getting that all ready. And he's also helping me with the website. And hopefully an app will be coming later as well. So thank you, Kyle, for your help and your beautiful energy. He and I share the same birthday, which is also kind of fun. So I love that. I feel like he's like a little brother to me. And then I'd also like to thank Leah Joy Love, who helped with some of the pictures. She did a beautiful photo shoot here in Sedona at my house, and some of the pictures made it into the deck. So thank you, Leah. So anyway, I just can't wait to share this with all of you. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll be using the deck when I do live streams and also when I do my trainings inside the Blue Rose membership. So I hope to do another live stream again next week. I think it's beneficial. It's definitely something that my higher self wants me to do more of. So I will attempt to navigate through the technology and not give up. And hopefully, you can have patience for me as well as I do that. If you're interested in readings, just go to ascension17.com. I do private readings, or join the Blue Rose membership. It's very inexpensive at only $25 a month, and we work on stuff weekly. So, I'm also putting inside of the forum controversial topics. So if you want to know more about Bitcoin or what's going on in the world and you want to know my opinion, I don't share it publicly, but I do share it inside my membership. So um, that is that. And as always, I'm just honored to be here and honored to assist you. And um, remember that you are an infinite being of light, and it's time to set your soul free to soar. Until next time, have a beautiful day.